Hello everyone, thanks for coming to watch. Please do excuse me, I have a slightly sore throat, but I'm sure I'll be able to push through it. So today I'm going to be showing you level 60 Twink Battleground again. The same warrior as last time. If you've missed last time's video, then I'm going to put it in a box at the end, same previous video, and I'll also put it in a link in the description. So basically, I just thought I'd say, I'm going to be taking a break from WoW. For several reasons. It's going to be about a month, I guess. Mostly because I have very limited time at the moment, and to have the time and find the time to play on WoW and record things and make videos and upload them and reply to comments and everything, I do not have that sort of time, especially in the next month. I just won't be able to do it. I can record some Hearthstone games and do a sort of light commentary on that, also a live commentary. That's all I'm going to sort of be able to do, as well as using up some footage that I've already got pre-recorded. So that'll be fun to try, some Hearthstone. I've not actually done any of that before. I'm building up a nice Murloc deck, which should be super fun. I've got the Legendary and all of that, so that'll be great. But another reason is I am not really being excited by WoW in the same way that I always was before. Before I could play Battlegrounds all day, I could play arenas all day, I could find something to do on Twinks all day, I could just be completely like excited and always find something to do. And now I guess it's because of how 6.1 turned out with absolutely nothing, and 6.2 still being quite a way away. There isn't really anything that motivates me to play anymore. Like everything that I used to be really excited about playing and always be driven to do, which is twinking, enhancement shaman, PvP mostly, it's just sort of been taken away. Enhance at the moment is one of the most boring specs to play in the game in PvP, because you just have to purge everything and off-heal your teammates. You're literally a healer. You do almost more healing than you do damage, and more purging than anything else, and it's not fun to play it anymore. And just the whole sort of the way PvP is, just it's not exciting. The ability prune and everything, it just made it a bit boring. The way certain classes just dominate everything because of the way that they're structured and the way that they're designed, and others are left in the dust. And then twinking as well, it's sort of just been on a slow, slippery slope down into nothingness. All the brackets are sort of dwindling away, and I have not got any excitement in it anymore. I can't really push myself and motivate myself to play. I shouldn't have to be trying to make myself play, really, and find things to enjoy. It should just be enjoyable in itself, and I don't really want to have to deal with that in a game, so I'm just going to put it aside for a bit. Now hopefully when I come back it'll be new and fresh, and 6.2 will be out, and there'll be plenty to do. I could do PvE, but generally speaking people don't watch that on YouTube unless it's like, you know, Method or whatever doing their world first mythic kills and all that kind of stuff. And I'm also not that great at doing the whole news commentary and in-game news and lore stuff, because I'm still relatively new to the whole commentary thing, and other people have years of experience in it. So that's my those are my sort of thoughts and feelings on how the game is at the moment and how I feel about it, which is a shame. I hope 6.2 will bring some new stuff. Well, I know it will actually. I just hope it will be good stuff that will make me want to play it, you know? If not, then next expansion's always an option. So speaking of 6.2, I thought I could discuss some of the things that will be coming with it. Most notably is the new raid, which is Hellfire Citadel. Funnily enough, we already have that in our land, it's in the same spot. It comes with a variety of bosses. Some you sort of never heard of before, and they're just there, sort of filler bosses, I guess. And some are very, very interesting indeed. We have Kilrog Deadeye, which you might remember from the Legendary cinematic. I'll leave a link in the description if you haven't seen that already. What happens is he drinks the demon blood, basically, and gets all sort of demony powers and whatever. It's the opposite. It's like reverse with Grom, the roles, sort of, because Grom used to be the one that did that. Anyway, so he's a boss with his demon powers and stuff. There is also Terran Gore, which is the orc dude with the Warlock Challenge Mode Transmog set, who you find in the Alkandun dungeon. What happens is, at the end of his encounter, instead of you killing him, he sort of jumps off the edge into this massive void thing, and apparently he's been feasting on souls, and now he's some massive obese floating blob thing. So yeah, he's one of the bosses as well. Then we've got someone who took me a little while to actually remember. If you've quested through Spires of Iraq, you will possibly remember someone called Iskar, who's one of the Terok dudes who's been cursed. So he's flightless and he's all hunched. He's like the guys you see in Outland. And what it looks like is he's been offered some sort of demonic power, and he's been given his flight back. So he was drawn in by the temptation of getting his powers of flight back. And now he's a boss, and he's like a sort of shadow Terok guy. So that will be an interesting fight. I'm imagining it to be a bit like Paragons of the Klaxi. It's a very similar idea, that you help them and then they sort of turn against you, and it's a group with more than one, and they all interact with each other and whatever. So that would be cool. Then, this really surprised me, we have Manaroth. Again, Manaroth is back, because, you know, they just rezzed him. They just gave him a battle res or whatever. So he's back. He's been sort of reincarnated by some magic stuff. And so he's a boss fight. He's a skeleton. He's got a really awesome model. It looks so cool. So that should be great fun. And then finally we've got Archimon. Now, I'm not sure if we're actually going to kill Archimon as such, like we did in Burning Crusade. Even though that wasn't actually us, it was loads of wisps. OP wisps, nerf wisps. Wisps. Sorry. And so I looked through the dungeon journal to get a sort of idea of what's going on, and Blizzard have been very secretive about it. They have not put much information in the dungeon journal on the PTR. What I did find is, at the end, when he gets to a certain percent health, like 20% I think, it says, calls down meteors to destroy Draenor. Now, whether he'll do this or not, I don't know. But it seems like what I think is going to happen is the fight will end before he dies, and he'll do this, and will somehow escape through some Khadgar portal or something, and he will destroy Draenor, and it will become exactly like Outland is now, because it sort of completes the cycle. It just closes that loop we brought open with Garrosh going there, and puts it in a nice, neat little package for us, and sort of closes all the loops, and it just becomes an alternate Outland that's been destroyed. But I don't know, we'll have to see. They've been very secretive about it, like I said, so I guess we'll have to wait until it comes live. I'm not sure when it's going to come live. I'm guessing June sometime. That's my sort of guess, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure more information will become available though as the PTR progresses. To finish off, I thought I'd show you some highlights from that first battleground, the Warsong Gulch. Most notably this scene where Sweeping Strikes is at its best. Basically, Sweeping Strikes, when you hit someone, it hits up to 2 nearby targets, I think, with an attack that deals 50% of that damage. And Arms' main filler spell is Whirlwind, which hits everyone around you. So if you shockwave 3 people, like here, use Sweeping Strikes, Whirlwind, you're going to hit loads and loads and loads of numbers all over the place in some sort of like chain reaction, like a nuclear bomb or whatever. Then I have an epic 1v1 with the rogue Valdethir in this Warsong Gulch Berserker Hut. I finally managed to grab it just before him. Unfortunately, I'm ninja killed by a feral druid, and he survives with cheat death, but that's just how it goes. And then we have good old heroic throw Sulfuras and kill a rogue behind a pillar, which was actually amazing. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Like I said, if you missed the last video, it will be in a link coming up now. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it and like the video, and I shall see you soon, maybe with some Hearthstone videos. Bye!